But yeah, after 40, baby, you don't give a shit. You're not tripping on what nobody else got to say. And that's one thing that I do love about it, that you don't put yourself, well, for me, I don't put myself in no type of clique. I'm not into cliques anymore. I did that in 89 when I was dressing alike with my best of friends. You know what I'm saying? After 40, you ain't dressing alike, bitch. Do they got that in the large, bitch? Because, okay, you got yours. Okay, and TT, she needs a 3X. Do you got that in the 3X? Nah. We're not dressing alike. We're not doing none of that. We come in as individuals. Now, I might wear something that's close to yours, or you might put on a corset too, but bitch, I don't know if we're gonna look the same. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't do the dressing alike thing. I don't take pictures with my girlfriends at the 1 hour photo and shit like that. You don't do that shit after 40. You just don't. For me, I choose not to have shit dangling off of my hands at 40. You know what I'm saying? I don't need this to be my conversation piece. What's on my nails and shit. And look at how my nails, look what they looking like. That's like putting a bumper sticker on a Bentley, baby. When your shit is already together, you don't need no conversation pieces like these. Not for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to be looking at my hands on when I'm talking and what's dangling off the motherfuckers. Now, and if in the event I just decides to have on a 3, 4, 5, maybe 7 carat, then yeah, you looking at my hands. But if you notice that real classy women over 40, they don't have conversation pieces on their hands. They just don't. And me and my auntie had this conversation yesterday because she was, we were talking about nail polishes and such. And my auntie is 10 years older than me. So my auntie we were talking about, she was saying, oh, I bought this, new pretty nail polish and all that. And so she was saying that she don't like brown and black nail polish on black women. And I was like, I don't like nail polish at all. You know what I'm saying? I just don't, especially not on my hands. I just don't. I just like clear. I don't know. It's just a personal preference for me. It isn't about, as some people will say, shade or whatever. No, you do what works for you. I'm just speaking on after 40, what works for me. I wasn't wearing this shit before 40, really. Now, back in the day, I was on the acrylics and shit, but now, I don't really give a fuck about that, nigga. I want you to be able to eat my meatloaf and whatever the fuck I'm cooking. And not have no worries that you're going to get some E. coli, streptococcus, or motherfucking staph. It ain't gonna be none of that in my shit when I'm cooking. You understand what I'm saying? Because with all that shit out there like that, baby, that mean you wiping your ass like this. You scooping that ass. No, nigga, I need to get all up in this motherfucker. Make sure everything, that perineum, that little inch right before that ass and that pussy, I need to get all that. And with all them nails and shit on, nigga, you leaving remnants. That's all the fuck I'm saying. Now, some people might got that shit down to a science. I ain't talking about no motherfucking body or throwing shade or none of that shit. But I'm just saying, for me, nigga, I don't need no goddamn nails. In case some shit pop the fuck off and I need to get at a motherfucker and put a paw on a nigga, then therefore, without all that, nigga, you gonna catch a serious fade. I'm going to show you the business. I'm not going to be scratching you. I'm not going to be doing none of that. Because after 40, first of all, you ain't fighting no time. After 40, baby, you ain't got time to be fighting no motherfucking body and dragging bitches out and shit. Where they doing that at? I don't know where they doing it at. I don't have them kind of partners. Okay? I don't have them. It's called stand your ground. Okay? After 40, you stand your motherfucking ground. You ain't what you fighting for? Anyway. Your mindset after 40, you just have a don't give a fuck type of situation. For me, I just have a zest for life. I want to have fun. I want to have fun. I want to meet interesting people. I want people to spark my intellect. You know what I'm saying? I want a man to get to know my mind before my behind. That type of thing. Don't be trying to just, on no fuck shit. Now, you do fuck shit in your 30s and your 20s and shit. But after 40, it's a different get down. Your mindset becomes a little bit different. So, your skin. Let's talk about your skin. Oh my God, your skin after 40. For me, my skin has become drier. Okay, I've always had very, very sensitive skin. I've always had that. I'm not a makeup girl. I'm not a glamour chick. I just, moonlight with that shit from time to time when it's time for me to go somewhere. Like today, I have on no makeup. I do have on a tinted moisturizer though. I have on a tinted lip moisturizer, and I have my eyelashes on. But this is just my natural look. This is how a bitch looks. Blame that shit on genetics. It is what it is. I've had no facial reconstruction. I've had no nose job. I've had no eye lifts. I've had no Botox. You still see, I can see frowns. You still see frown marks and all that. That's how you can tell when a person does not have Botox. Because when they frown, it still stays stuck like this. You know, you see no frowns and things in their faces. And so, no, I still got full expression, so there's no Botox or anything in my skin. But I did, however, buy this a couple days ago. Those of you guys that are on my Instagram, you guys did see this. This is, for my skin, because my thing is prevention. I don't want my shit to droop, sag, and this and this and this. I don't want all of this, all this and that. I don't want my this right here to be this and that. I don't want, this and that to be hanging and drooping and crow's feet and all this. I don't want that on my face. I don't. It is a part of my budget to whereas, beauty treatments and such, that is what I buy. And I'm not consistent though on things. Let me just go and say that. I buy shit and I'm not totally consistent with it. Like this, let me show you something else. I know y'all saying, where you going with them hot ass shorts on? Right here in the house? Baby, I got on some hot pants today. Don't fuck with it. Yeah, I got on some hot pants today. But I bought this before. This is Hair Pro. It's a laser hair treatment to regrow hair. It works bomb. So I do use this so the density is coming back in my hair. But with this right here, man, I have not begun using it. It came with a serum for your skin and all that. And so, I use a Clarisonic on my skin. I buy Oil of Olay Regenerist products. That's what I wash my face with. That is my moisturizers of choice. I use their serum and I use their DNA treatment on my skin as a moisturizer. In the coldness, when the wind is when the wind is blowing, like we've been having a lot of Santa Ana winds here, and so I tend to use my nighttime in the daytime because it's thicker. Okay, it has more in it, so I use my nighttime moisturizer in the daytime when it's extra cold or it's extra windy. Like today, it's a windy day, so. And in the morning time, another thing that I don't do is when I moisturize my face and stuff at night, I don't scrub my face in the morning. Because, as I get older, my skin is more drier. So all those natural oils and things that come to the surface of your skin and make your skin so plump and supple in the morning, all I do is in the morning, I just douse my face with water after I brush my teeth. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, do no facial scrubs or anything like that in the morning. That is another tip that my dermatologist told me. Tina, don't scrub your face and scrub off all those really good moisturizers that have come to the surface overnight. You don't want to do that. You ain't been outside. Smog haven't hit you. The elements of whatever hasn't hit your face. You simply wash your face at night and moisturize at night. So in the morning, you've just been in the bed. So... and I clean my pillowcases, quite often. So, it's just me. Ain't nobody in my bed but me, baby. So I ain't got to worry about nobody else's slob on nothing but my own shit. You know what I'm saying? So in the mornings, I just simply douse my face with water, make sure I get all this little matter and all that old type of shit, and that's it. So this morning, I just simply douse my face with water. I put on a tinted lip moisturizer, and here a bitch go. It is what it is. So, so that is my skin regimen for me, life after 40. When it comes down to my body, let me say this.
A message has been received.
When it comes to your physical appearance, and especially when it comes to mine, I get a lot of women asking me about corset waist training, weight loss, alkaline dieting, lipo, tummy tucks, because I've had all those things. I've had Zerona, I've had Vela Shape and Vela Smooth, I've had lipo, tummy tucks. I've had 2 tummy tucks, mind you, so that's the difference, okay? And for those of you guys that, I know somebody like 2, why you had 2? Because after my first one, I still had, because I had that apron, okay? After I lost all that weight, I had gastric bypass in 94. At the time, it was called gastroplasty. I had that in 94, April 14th of 94. I had my first, excuse me, I had my first tummy tuck in 2005. 2005, yeah, I had my first tummy tuck. My husband gave me $10,000 for my birthday. And so for my birthday, what was a bitch to do? I spent $5,000 on a tummy tuck, and I spent the other $5,000 on, like, just, you know, things that I wanted to wear after it was over with. You know, I bought all kind of extra little trinkets and things and this and this and this and this. So I spent my first $5 on my tummy tuck, and that was the first thing that I had gotten. And I think I was around, I don't know, around, I was my beginning 30s. I don't remember what birthday it was, but I took the money and I got a tummy tuck with it. And so that was the best gift that he has ever given me, set aside from my children, of course. But my own personal gifts that I've gotten, that $10,000 was like, whoa. And at that time, that was like a lot of money. $10,000, nigga, that was like a, nigga, I was like, I was high on the hog. You hear me? On $10,000, I thought I was just, oh my God, I thought I was, bitch, I have arrived. I'm rich, bitch. I was like that, okay? And so, but when it comes down to tummy tucks and such, and I've also had different, I've had HCG shots. I've had Lipodin Plus injections. Wow, B12 injections. I've had a lot of things to look the way I look today. So let me say this. Don't compare your beginning to somebody else's middle. I'm not where I want to be physically. I still look at myself and still see things that are wrong. I still have B's. You know, and the more weight I lose, the more they're drooping more so now, because I lost more weight than I had when I first got onto this platform. You know, I once weighed 343 pounds. I now weigh 205. So, you know, that was a whole lot of weight to lose. You know what I'm saying? That was like a whole another motherfucker. You know what I mean? So, of course your shit is going to droop. But, however, it depends on where you're going to droop at. Wherever you were biggest at, that's what's going to droop the most. Like, if you were heavy, but you've always been like a cone shape, and your legs were always thin, and you were always big up here, then guess what? When you lose weight, your legs are going to have all this shape to them, and they're not going to have no sag to them or anything like that, but you're going to be sagging all up in your midsection. Because why? Because that's where you carried all your weight. So all up in here is going to droop. If your arms were really, really fat, and you had a lot of fat up in here and all on your hands and stuff, then guess what? After you lose all that weight, all this shit right here is going to hang off like a Shar-Pei. See, me, I've always been an hourglass, even at my heaviest of weight. I've always had that type of figure. So, in the middle here, you know, it's smaller, but I had this apron flap. You know what I'm saying? That just overlapped on top of the pussy. Whereas you can flip that motherfucker up and up under and be gray. Don't act like a bitch don't know. Some of y'all motherfuckers watching this shit right now are well versed on what the fuck I'm talking about. When you get real heavy and your stomach overlaps your pussy, it gets hot up under there. It gets a lot of hot up under there. And when you in the shower and shit, you can flip that motherfucker up. Maybe I'm just the only one. But after I lost all that weight, and at that point in time, You know, me and my husband, we would take showers together every now and then again. I wasn't really comfortable with the way I was looking. But when we would shower, I was kind of not wanting him to, look and shit. And so he was like, Tina, what's wrong? What is it? And I was like, I'm not comfortable. I don't like the way my stomach look when we're in the shower and yada, yada, yada. For my birthday, here you go. I had a cashier's check written out to my motherfucking name. That's when I had got my first bank account set aside from, what I had in my, our joint bank account that we had together. When he gave me that $10,000, I opened up me a Washington Mutual account. Still have it now. It's Chase. But that was when I got me a separate account, separate away from what I had with my husband.